¿Cómo se dice mariposa en inglés?
You say lift or elevator.
¿Seguro?
Of course, you see. Both go floor to floor.
Para fiestas y posadas. Hello and welcome. So in this video, I will be talking about the days of the week, months. I will talk about where the names come from in Spanish. These are obviously the days of the week in Spanish and months. And then how dates work, how writing dates out work. And I'm going to begin with this calendar from Universidad Nacional Autónoma de México. So this is just a calendar on their page from the National Autonomous University of Mexico, which is a world-renowned university. And if we look at a calendar, something might pop up, especially if you come from the US, and that is that the week begins with Monday, and it ends with Sunday, the day of rest. Interesting. And I'm calling it day of rest, but as you will see, the reason why I'm calling it the day of rest is because this will literally mean a day of our Lord, and that's the reason why. So if you have religious affiliation, just think Old Covenant versus New Covenant. That's what you have to think about. If you do not, then don't worry about it. It doesn't mean anything. But keep that in mind. So the calendar does begin with Monday, Tuesday, and it just goes on all the way until Sunday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So let's begin. So here we have lunes, again Monday, martes, Tuesday, miércoles, Wednesday, jueves, Thursday, viernes, Friday, sábado, Saturday, domingo, Sunday. So lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo. And the first day of the week, lunes, simply means the day of the moon. Martes is the day of Mars, so god of war, Roman god of war. And here's an interesting little note. In English tradition, a day of bad luck, for example, if you're here in the US, would be Friday the 13th. Hispanics don't care. Spanish speakers don't care. It's meaningless. It means nothing, because the day of bad luck is Tuesday the 13th, because that's the day of Mars. And there's an expression that says, martes, ni te cases, ni te embarques. Tuesday, don't marry, don't embark. So that was the day of bad luck. So you don't do anything too serious, because it's not a very good day. Of course, that's only if you're superstitious. The following day, miércoles, this is just the day of Mercury. Jueves, the day of Jupiter. Viernes, day of Venus. And then sábado, sabaton, sabbat, right, the Sabbath. And then domingo, from Dominicus, a day of the Lord. So this is the day of rest. Obviously, like I said, it's New Covenant versus Old Covenant, if it means anything. But keep in mind, you really cannot separate Christian tradition, specifically Catholic tradition, from Hispanic culture. Now let's move on to the months. So here are the months, beginning with January. And we're going to end with December. So January we have enero. February will be febrero. March will be marzo. April will be abril. May, mayo. June will be junio. July will be julio. So these are just one sound apart. Keep that in mind. August will be agosto. September will be septiembre. October will be octubre. November will be noviembre. December will be diciembre. So again, we have enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, octubre, noviembre, diciembre. And the only thing these things mean or where they come from is the following. So enero, January, they both, they're going to come from the same place, right? It's because of Roman tradition as far as the calendar. And we have Januarius, which is the god of Janus, I believe in English it would be pronounced. So this is the god of entry, doors or corridors, passages. Which, January is the first month. It makes sense. This is the door to the new year. Then we have febrero, which will be from februarius. So if you've ever wondered why February is spelt the way it is in English, this is the reason why. And it comes from februa, which was a festivity or a celebration during this period of time. Now we have marzo, which comes from Martibis, or Marte, again Mars. So double whammy right here. If it's Tuesday the 13th of March, stay home. Close your windows, lock your doors. I'm kidding, obviously only if you're superstitious. Now, Abril comes from Aperios. So Aperios, April. It just means to open. That's it. Just means to open. Maybe because spring begins here and flowers maybe blossom, so they open. I have no idea. Maybe in the future I'll do some videos and dig deeper into the days of the month. Now I'll probably look at Corominas. Corominas has great work on etymology. Now Mayo, which is May, comes from Maia, and this is the goddess of fertility. We have Junio. This comes from Juno, goddess of matrimony. This is Zeus's wife. Julio, it's just from Julius Caesar. So he was born during this time, so the month is named in his honor. And then we have Augustus Octavius, so another emperor, and this is where we get August, Agosto. And then Septiembre, so September is just 7, or the 7th month. October is just 8, or the 8th month. November, just the 9th, or 9 or 9th month. And then December just means 10, or the 10th month. And if we were to eliminate these 2 months added for the emperors, then we would see that beginning with January would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And no, I am not going to do the count today. Now, the other thing too is if you want to begin with spring, Mars, then again, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And speaking about Mars, I'm not sure if I said this in the Spanish version, but if you were to go to Romania 1st of Mars, you might get a martișoară, which has 2 red strings, 2 strings, a red and a white. They symbolize spring, and you might get this little doll with 2 strings tied to it. It just represents spring. It's very cute. It's usually women or girls will give it to males, to men. Very cute, very lovely tradition. Now, we will continue as to dates, how they work. So this is how you date things. If it's the very first day, it will always be primero, which just means first. So you will use the ordinal number only for number 1. So the first day. So this would be 1st of January of 2025. Now, this would be primero de enero de 2025. So you say the entire number in Spanish, you would say 2025. I have heard individuals in the US, in Spanish, in radio, I don't know why, it sounds weird. They'll break it up and they'll say 2025. Don't do that, not in Spanish. I mean, do it in English, but not in Spanish. It's 2025. 2025. And it sounds so weird to me, but yet they do it, and they're in radio. Maybe that's why I don't listen to Spanish radio anymore. It's all their errors in grammar. You would expect more from them. Now, if you say, well, people just speak, it's their dialects, whatever, grammar, that's just something that was made by the upper classes, that's totally fine. When you're home, speak however you want. But if you're on radio, there's a different formality that is expected. Similar to going to a wedding, there's usually a different type of attire that's expected, different wardrobe. But anyway, modern times, you never know. Considering what people wear nowadays, sometimes. But moving on to this, so we have Primero de Enero de 2025. After that, you just say the number. So it'll be 2 of January of 2025. 3 of January, 4 of January, that's it. Right, so you will not say, for example, the 2nd of January, the 3rd of January, the 4th of... You would not say that. You just say the number. 2 of January. 2 de enero de 2025. And that's it. So if, say, it was February, you would say 2 de febrero de 2025. Now, a quick little note. England, back in colonial time, they used to switch the month and day, so they would have said January 2, 2025, or January 2nd, 2025. And then eventually they came to reason and they switched everything, which is interesting because now they make fun of Americans for using month, day, year, yet who do you think taught them that? Interesting. It's very convenient. But anyway, so if you want to say, for example, it is, right, es el 2, so it's the 2 of January of 2025. Es el 2 de enero de 2025. And that's it. That's all you need. Now, a few little notes here. So in Spanish, whenever you are planning on meeting somebody in the future, and you plan, a few days from now, or an event is taking place, you count the day of. So the current day. So today still counts. So de hoy, so as of today or from today, de hoy en 3 días. So if I'm going to see you in 3 days, if today is Monday, today is a day. So today counts as a day. Tuesday would be number 2. Wednesday's number 3. So today in 3 days. If today's Monday, that would be Wednesday. If it's Wednesday, that would be Friday. If it's Friday, that would be Sunday. So from Friday, the 3rd day would be Sunday. We don't use 24 hours. We're not counting hours. We're just looking at a calendar and we're saying from today, let's see, it's Friday. So let's see. So 1, 2, 3. So from today, today's 1, 2, 3. So in 3 suns, including today's sun. We're not counting moons because it's a day. We're counting suns. So that means that in a week, in Spanish we generally say in 8 days. So I'll see you in 8 days. Te veo en 8 días. Or it's in 8 days. Es en 8 días. Because today counts. So if you're going Monday to Monday, it's 8. Or if you're just wanting to say a week, roughly, it's like, I'll see you in about a week. Te veo como en 8 días. And como would be the about 8 weeks. Sorry, about a week. En 15 días, so 15 days, guess what that is? Correct. It's a fortnight or 2 weeks. And again, if you say, oh, shouldn't that be 14 days? Today's still a day. So from today, and this is your clue right here. So 3 weeks would be 22 days. En 22 días. Now, a month gets a little tricky because before saying in a month, there's generally a concept of when it is. Something's taking place in 1 month versus another in relationship to another month. Maybe it's within the same month, but you think of roughly, say, 4 weeks, and it's not specifically 4 weeks. So if something's going to take place in a month, the idea is that you already have a good understanding that today might be, say, the December 25th December. and we're going to January, and it might be the 25th, or it might be the 23rd, or it might be the 27th. So it's roughly a month. That's the idea behind that. You're probably going to go over 3 weeks. So I would think about it that way. It's over 3 weeks. If it's over 3 weeks, it's a month. This being said, I hope you enjoyed this video and the random information. Not sure when you would use it. Maybe over tea, possibly coffee. But please subscribe if you have not. It would be very helpful. And I will catch you on the next one.